Hello, friends. Today I'm coming to you from one of my favorite places on the planet, a hidden, native, unforested tree fern forest in rural Hawaii. It's so peaceful here, the only sounds I can hear, besides my own voice, are the sounds of the birds and the insects. Just how I like it. What I love about this place is this place reminds me what true beauty is. Now, we might see a perfectly manicured garden where the lawn is perfectly cut, the hedges are perfectly trimmed and straight and even, and all the leaves are raked up as beautiful. Or we might see an even deeper, more soulful beauty in a native forest, where there are limbs that have fallen over, dead leaves on the ground. It's not perfect, yet it's not supposed to be perfect. And the raw, rugged, wild beauty of it is what is so powerful. We hold ourselves to standards often that we aren't meant to meet. Standards of perfection, either in how we look or what we achieve or accomplish. And we aren't supposed to be perfect. We live in the three-dimensional realm, which is not a realm of perfection. Yet we can be very hard on ourselves if we don't meet standards of perfection. I'd like to give another example. The trend for AI art, you see it a lot on social media, people making AI pictures and portraits of themselves, and that can be a lot of fun. But to me, real art is not created by AI. Real art is created by artists who have a soul. That is where I see the true beauty. So you could look at that perfect, pristine AI portrait, or a photographer or artist who captures the subject in their true natural essence. That is what is beautiful to me. I suppose we started this trend long ago with marketing campaigns that would airbrush out imperfections on people or digitally alter them so that they looked thinner or more perfect, using perfect lighting, etc. When in reality, it's not what makes us perfect that makes us beautiful. It's the imperfections that make us beautiful. When I was growing up, I hated my ears because they stick out. Could not stand it. I was called names, made fun of. But at some point, I realized I had to make peace with the ears that I have. I mean, maybe there's ear pinning surgery, I'm not sure, but really and truthfully, no surgery would have made me happy with myself. It was more about going, you know what, this thing I've loathed for so long, I actually see is pretty amazing. And I wouldn't change my ears for anything now. What I want to do today is a meditation to help you recognize the ways in which you've criticized yourself, seen things as imperfect that make you less than, less desirable, less beautiful, less amazing, less worthy. And that we start to embrace those things as the things that make us truly, uniquely, authentically beautiful. If I get to know someone, I don't want to know the AI portrait of them that makes everything look perfect. I want to know their heart and soul, what makes them tick. I want to know the pains they've been through, the joys, the triumphs, the tears. That is what makes a person beautiful. Even the physical, quote, imperfections, those bring the true beauty. So I want to invite you for this meditation to potentially do it in front of a mirror if you feel comfortable, or simply with your eyes closed. And join me in a breath. Deep inhale through the nose, filling up the belly. Slow exhale through the mouth, releasing the mind chatter. A deep breath in through the nose, filling up the belly. And a big sigh out, releasing self-criticism. A deep breath in through the nose, filling up the belly. And a big sigh out, releasing impossible standards. And then let your breathing go back in through your nose and out through your nose. If you are sitting in front of a mirror, that's wonderful. If not, I'd like you to visualize yourself or imagine that what it feels like to sit in front of a mirror. Wonderful. And then I want to invite you to notice the quote-unquote imperfections about yourself. Things that you have criticized and nitpicked about yourself, perhaps for a long time. It could be something physical, it could be a non-physical trait. And what if, in doing this, you start to realize, oh my gosh, I've been holding myself to the standards of AI photographs or perfectly manicured gardens, when actually my heart and soul want me to have the standard of rugged, wild, natural beauty for myself. Seeing my beauty in what we might refer to as flaws. Seeing that the imperfections are actually what are the artist's signatures. Just like the Japanese pottery called kitsungi, where a piece of pottery has been broken, and then the broken piece is sealed back in with golden lacquer paint. The broken and golden repaired piece of pottery is worth far more than that pottery would have been before the repair. What we might call a crack and imperfection actually makes it so much more beautiful, wonderful, desirable, financially more valuable. In the same way, if you were perfect, you might not be as truly, authentically beautiful as you are in your imperfected state. We came here to have a human experience. And being human means being imperfect. And if we come to a place of embracing our imperfections, loving those parts of ourselves, we not only reduce our suffering, we might come close to eliminating it. Just invite you for a moment to start to see yourself the way your heart and soul sees you. Your soul is that part of you that is beyond ego, beyond emotion. It's very objective. And when the soul analyzes, looks at your human existence, it's not saying critical things about your appearance or your performance, but it's taking in the beauty of your human experience. Just for a moment, if you're looking at a mirror, I ask that your soul give you the eyes to see your physical reflection in that mirror as you truly are. And if you're visualizing a mirror with your eyes closed or imagining the feeling of being in front of the mirror, I'm going to ask that wise guidance of your soul shows you the true beauty of who you are. Because it's not about being perfect. It's about being authentically, imperfectly, naturally wonderful, wild, rugged, beautiful, the way you are. Flaws, imperfections, and all. I invite you to choose one trait about yourself, either physical or non-physical, that you have been very critical about. I dare you to embrace that aspect of yourself. No longer shunning that part of yourself, wishing you could eliminate it, but going, game on. I love this part of me. I embrace this part of me. If your eyes are closed, I invite you to open your eyes. I want to thank you for joining me in this meditation. If you are watching this on video, I want to share this magnificent tree with you. This is probably one of my favorite trees on the planet. I call this grandfather tree. Grandfather tree has been here a long time. Grandfather tree has his cracks and his wrinkles. He's very large. But grandfather tree is so stunningly beautiful, not because he grows up in a straight, perfect line and all his bark is perfectly in order. Grandfather tree is stunningly beautiful because of the way that his branches twist and gnarl, the way that the moss grows on his bark. It's the imperfections that make grandfather tree so magnificent. Just like us, it's our imperfections that make us actually, truly, authentically beautiful. You are worthy, you are loved, and you are lovable precisely because of your imperfect state. Until next time.